Thank you for joining me for my Facebook series. This is for people who want to start a business Facebook page. I have a lot of clients that have been on Facebook for a while, or maybe are not on Facebook and have heard, hey, it's a great idea to start a business Facebook page. And so this class is specially designed for them, for a very basic, get to the point, learn how to set up a business Facebook page. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. In this section, we're going to talk about a Facebook page manager. This is for a business page, but we're going to talk about setting up users. So over here, I created it, and I'm in the control panel of a business page. And if you scroll down to the side, down here to the bottom, there's a button called Settings. And under Settings, there's a lot of different tools, but a very important tool is this page roles. So I'm going to pick on the page roles here just to explain to you how this works. So you can see that I am the person who created this page, and so I'm down here under existing page roles under an administrator is me. Okay, so there's you can assign a new page role, and there's a variety of different page roles, so you should understand what each one of them does. And so I'm going to pick on this editor button here for just a second so I can highlight some of these. There is an administrator. An administrator is allowed to take another administrator off of the page as a user. So you can delete someone who is an administrator if you are also an administrator. Administrators have roles to do everything. They can change the template, they can even delete the entire page. So if there is more than one administrator and one administrator decides to delete the page, the other administrator would be notified, unless, of course, that the first administrator removed the other administrator from the page. So just understand that if you give someone permission to be an administrator of the page, you are giving them full control of everything about that page. Another role that people can have is an editor. An editor allows for a variety of different things, but it does not allow to remove users. Okay? Editor is a really great place to put an employee who is going to be adding content to the page, adding different posts, maybe managing some boosting and some advertising, things like that. An editor is a really great place for that person to be. They cannot delete the page, they cannot remove users, but they have full access to actually do your social media for you, including making posts. A moderator is someone that can delete posts, a particular post, or see the messages or the comments or different things like that, and they don't actually create content. So it's really important to know that a moderator is someone who can see things, but they don't get to take that away. Advertiser is a really great role, and anybody that would, has a credit card and would like me to make them an advertiser, and they're going to spend money on my page, that's what an advertiser's position is. An advertiser allows someone else to run an ad for you. They cannot delete your page, they don't add actual content, but they can create ads. And ads is there's a lot of different ad agencies out there. There's ways you can create ads yourself. So that is what an advertiser does. Sometimes we want someone to look at our page and look at what's happening on it, which they call an analyze. So what that person does is they're able to see what's happening on your page. They can't add anything, they can't delete anything. They only get to do a look and see. So what they do is they look and say, hey, what is happening? Let me look at the insights. Insights are the statistics of how many people are looking at posts and things like that. That's what someone who analyzes things is able to see. And so what we do in the analyze in this position is we type in an email here or a username. Now, this can be difficult because you have to actually type in the username of the account that they are going to access to monitor this page. So if this was an employee, it would be that employee's personal email that is associated with, that's associated with a personal Facebook account. If you're friends with that person, I can type in a friend here, and I can just type in the word Bob, and you can see a variety of different Bobs that I would be able to add as an administrator. So if I pick on this particular Bob and hit add, this particular Bob is going to get a message that says, hey, you've been added to as an administrator or an editor, whatever role I give Bob for this particular Facebook page, and he's going to have to accept that role. He's going to have to say, yep, I want to do that. He's going to get a message that's going to pop up here under his notifications that are up here under the bell. So if when you do this, he's going to be added as an administrator. Just a special note here, on a mobile device, you will have to actually use the Facebook page app, which is a little bit different than your regular Facebook app, to allow you to do things like add an administrator. So if you haven't downloaded that app and you're going to exclusively use your phone, you may want to download the Facebook Page Manager app, which will allow you to do this on a mobile phone. Otherwise, you can do that in this on a desktop, and that's how you do that. Just some little thoughts, I guess, on this. Is it's always good to have more than one administrator, and make sure the administrators are someone you trust. The reason why I'm saying that is there's been occasion where somebody's Facebook page has been hacked, or they somehow lose access to it, or maybe the person who created the page, it leaves the job and the other person was never an administrator. Or another thing that's happened in the past is the only administrator of a page has deceased, and they've turned the Facebook page of the only administrator to a business page over to Memorial, and that can really screw up your way to access your business account. There is some process to go through to regain that, but it's also very difficult. So my recommendation is that you make sure that you have more than one Facebook administrator. That's the full, this one here, administrator, which also allows for some other features like deleting another person, deleting the page, merging a duplicate, changing a template. Those are things that that could be managed by an administrator. Now, those of you who have a shop added to this, you're also going to see more choices here. One of them will be a shop person. That person is allowed to place products into a shop. So just keep that in mind. If you see more choices here, that is why. It's because you have other features that are not the main features of the standard setup here. So remember, you have to do this on a mobile phone through the Facebook Page Manager app. And on here, it's located under settings where it says page roles. Hi, I'm Misty, and thanks for joining me for this video. If you like this and other videos with quick, simple answers, I try to get direct, try to get to the point, and try to make the video short enough that you can learn the exact skill that you're looking for. If you're interested in those type of videos, please click that subscribe button below. And also there's a link down there to my website. I do private training for Chamber of Commerce, trade shows, small business groups. So if you need some private training, I also build WordPress websites. So click on my link below, and be sure to follow my page for social media and WordPress related videos with short, simple answers. Thanks.